Did you know that an American woman sued Starbucks for putting too much ice in her coffee? She lost, by the way, and has to drink watered-down iced coffees for the rest of her life now. The world of gaming has also had some incredibly silly lawsuits over the years. Here are the 10 dumbest video game lawsuits you wouldn't believe are real. The spoon-bending magician Uri Geller claimed that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company used his likeness in the Pokemon. The Psy Pokemon Abracadabra Alakazam was supposedly all based on his image, especially the Japanese version, which has a creature that was called Ungeller. There was a good and an evil version of the creatures, which made Geller even more annoyed. He went public with the lawsuit in 1999 and demanded $100 million in damages. The courts were not convinced, and nowadays kids around the world can keep catching psychic Pokemon on their Nintendo 3DS and smartphone.
Come on, are you serious? I'm Lacey Jonas. How out of touch are you?
Oh shit, I heard of you. Romantic comedies and cheerleading dance-off movies, right?
Oh yeah, typecast me like the rest of them. I've got range.
In 2014, B-list celebrity Lindsay Lohan filed a lawsuit against Take-Two Interactive for using her likeness in the game Grand Theft Auto 5. Game character Lacey Jones was allegedly based on Lohan. The hat she wears in-game and the peace sign she makes in the promotional material were also supposedly based on the celebrity's appearance.
Ugh, please. I'm such a fat little piggy right now. Ugh, too many french fries. I mean, I mostly just suck on them and spit them into a bucket.
The case was quickly dropped because GTA can be considered satire. To make the humiliation even worse for Lohan, the game character was actually based on a Shelby Wellender, who nowadays moved away from acting and has a career in journalism.
You people are dumb!
Many teenage boys had a thing for Tifa when she appeared in the movie Final Fantasy VII: Advent Children. The popularity of the female character didn't go unnoticed, and in 2007, a Korean pop star named Ivy literally copied her outfit. To make things worse, the pop star even used actual scenes from the movie in her music video. Obviously, Square Enix wasn't amused and sued the pop star and her agency for copyright infringement. Of course, they won, but the entertainment agency appealed the court's decision. The Seoul High Court wasn't happy with their behavior and raised the fine to a whopping $326,000.
I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow man?
Even though Fallout 4 wasn't the best title in the series according to most hardcore fans, it was still a pretty good game. So good even that a 28-year-old Russian guy lost his wife, his friends, and his job over the game. Apparently he went on a hardcore play session and didn't leave his room for 3 weeks straight. He lost his wife, job, and friends, and that's why he filed a lawsuit against Bethesda in 2015. He demanded 500,000 rubles, which is like $7,000. To no one's surprise, his lawsuit led to nothing. For this one, we take you back to 1982. Universal Studios tried to sue Nintendo for a trademark infringement. According to the movie company, Donkey Kong copied its name from King Kong. Nintendo was just a small Japanese company back then, but they held their ground. As it turned out, Universal Studios didn't even own the rights to the King Kong trademark. Universal kept pushing for over 4 years, but the court and Nintendo never budged. In the end, Nintendo gave their American attorney John J. Kirby a sailboat and named it the Donkey Kong, and supposedly a now famous pink blob was named after the attorney as well. Activision's music franchise Guitar Hero has been a source of lawsuits for many artists. The Romantics sued the company in 2007 for a cover version of one of their songs. Courtney Love wanted to sue Activision for their portrayal of her former husband Kurt Cobain. But the biggest lawsuit came from Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose. He was angry that his former guitarist Slash played such a major role in Guitar Hero 3. Rose demanded $20 million for fraud and misrepresentation of his song Welcome to the Jungle. However, he filed the lawsuit 3 years after the release of the game, and thus the judge of the LA Superior Court dismissed the claim. That's what you get for being late to the party.
Good evening.
And we stay with Activision and their music games because besides Guitar Hero, the company also owned Band Hero and DJ Hero. It was Band Hero that caused the most commotion. Maroon 5 singer Adam Levine and No Doubt's Gwen Stefani sued the company over their avatars in the game. Gwen Stefani and her band members were not happy that their avatars were also performing other songs inside Band Hero. They claimed this was fraud and a breach of contract. 3 years after No Doubt filed the lawsuit, the two parties settled. Terms were not disclosed, but they surely received a nice paycheck. The next lawsuit is a clear example of how you should not deal with criticism. YouTuber Jim Sterling is known for having strong opinions. But game developer James Remine of Digital Homicide wasn't happy with Sterling. Remine issued a takedown notice on a YouTube video in which Sterling criticized the game Slaughtering Ground. After that, the studio sued 100 other Steam users together with Sterling for defamation. It turns out that James Remine and Digital Homicide didn't have a strong case, and the whole mess was settled in February 2017.
And here we go. Joe Carlos Condit, professional kickboxing experience. He finishes opponents. He's got a lot of knockouts.
When you're a tattoo artist, is the tattoo you put on someone else's body yours, or does it belong to the person you put it on? Good question. Christopher Escobedo sued former game publisher THQ back in 2012 for the tattoo they showed on UFC fighter Carlos Condit. This tattoo was designed by Escobedo. UFC Unleashed 2010 showed the tattoo so accurately that he thought it infringed on his copyright. However, he registered the claim in 2012, which was 2 years after the game was released, and the judge denied his claim. THQ shut down not long afterwards anyway, so his case was doomed from the start.
What a left hook. It is all over.
Scribblenauts was an awesome puzzle adventure for both the Nintendo DS and Wii U. But internet cats were not happy when Warner Brothers and Fifth Cell released the first Scribblenauts game. Nyan Cat and Keyboard Cat were both in the game, but their copyright owners, Charles Schmidt and Christopher Orlando Torres, didn't agree with this. A lawsuit followed early in 2013. After 6 months of negotiation, the parties settled and Schmidt and Torres got paid. The amount of money they received for their creation has not been made public. Which of these absurd lawsuits baffles you the most? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to follow us on social media as well. Check out our Zoomin Games channel for more awesome gaming videos, and we see you next time here on Zoomin Games.